everybody. Good morning. Welcome to our Vinyasa Yoga Flow practice number 2 today. Thank you everybody for joining me. I'm going to wait a little bit so people can flow in and log in and all that stuff. So I hope everybody's doing well. It's been kind of hard being at home for a lot of people, so I figure we should all get back together and do this again. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Feel free to comment. Hi Marlena, good to see you virtually. Thanks for joining. So if you want to leave some comments below, feel free. At the end of class, if you enjoyed it, feel free to share it, like it, tell your friends to watch it. So today what we're going to do, I'll just chat about what we're going to do a little bit. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a flow like we did last time, and we're going to add some balance poses in there. So we're going to be challenging our balance, which I think we all need to work on. So it might be a little challenging, but just stick in there and do what you can and modify as needed. You can always come to child's pose to modify, or just modify the pose. I'll try to give some recommendations on how to modify poses while we go through some of the challenging poses. So let's just take our seat on our mat, and we're going to be sitting today in easy pose, which is just a cross-legged pose at the front of your mat. So if you're just joining, welcome. So let's go ahead and we'll get started at the top of your mat in easy pose. So taking a nice seat. I hope you're all awake. If not, we'll work on that today. So having an easy pose, we're just going to take a moment to center ourselves and slow down from whatever you've been doing this morning so we can prepare for our practice. So coming in easy pose, feel free to put your hands on top of your knees, in your lap, whatever feels comfortable for you. So let's close our eyes here and just breathe in and out through your nose. Deep breaths in, and a deep breath out through your nose. So continue to do that on your own time. So today what I want you to do is think about a word just one word that you would like to set your intention on. So as you're breathing deeply with your eyes closed, maybe just call upon your instinct to see what one word you think speaks to you today. So I know for me, I think the word would be peace or peaceful. Maybe for you, it's confidence. Maybe it's balance. Maybe it's calm. So whatever is resonating with you today, deeply breathing in and out your nose, we'll call upon that thought later. So try not to think about anything but your breath right now. And feel how you're grounded into the earth with your sit bones. So from here, we're going to slowly open your eyes. And we're going to do some spinal flexes. So put your hands on your knees. And on an inhale, you're going to breathe in through the nose and bend your back and gently look up and tilt your head forward. And on the exhale, you're going to fold in and curve the spine and make the belly concave. So on the inhale, you're going to swoop up to the sky, chest will expand, head will lift. And then exhale, fold it all in. Let's continue in that pattern for a bit. Inhale. And exhale, melt your belt back to the back of your back there. Inhale forward. And then exhale, bring it all in. A few more of those. Inhale, expand out forward. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale all the air out, squeeze it all out. And now let's come back to center. So straight spine, back to where we were in the beginning. So from here, we're going to do some circles with our spine to wake it up. So act like your shoulders if they could draw a circle, you'll just be circling your body slowly. I'm going to go to the right side. So I'm going to go counter or clockwise position. So just slowly rotating your spine around in a circle, remembering to breathe in and out through your nose. Just waking up our spine. And then once you get to the top of your mat, let's reverse that. So let's go counterclockwise. So rotating that spine in a circle. Remembering to keep breathing in and out through your nose in this position. If you like, you can close your eyes in this position. All right, and from here, once you get to the top of your mat, or your top of your circle, let's come to a straight spine again. From here, let's take your right hand to the ground, and your left arm is going to go up into the sky. And from here, we're going to pull our left hand like there's a string, pulling it up to the ceiling. And then we're going to scrape our fingers across the ceiling and fall over to the right-hand side of your mat. Going as deep as you feel like you should this morning. Just waking up the side muscles and breathing in and out through your nose. Come back up, and from here let's take this left hand and let's put it on our right knee, and we're going to do a little twist to the right, so making sure your spine is very straight. Inhale and place the right hand behind you. Inhale here, and exhale, you're going to twist to the right with a straight spine. The shoulder can open up to the back side of your mat. Breathing in and out your nose in this pose. So let's do that on the other side. So let's take our left hand to the ground. Right arm is going to go up to the sky. And pull that right arm really straight up high to the ceiling. And act like you're scraping the ceiling with your fingertips, folding down to the left-hand side. Breathe in and out through your nose. From here, we're going to come back up, and let's take our right hand now and go to that twist. So right hand on the left knee, and your left fingertips behind you. Straight spine, inhale. Exhale, open up to the left side of the space. Take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose in this position. Come back center. So from here, let's come onto our knees. And we're just going to sit back onto our feet. So sitting here, let's do a couple of wrist stretches. So take your left fingertips and your right hand will go on them. And we're going to pull your left fingertips down toward the earth, getting a nice stretch in your wrist right here. And breathe in and out, breathing into any tightness you feel in your wrist there. And then let's come out of that, and let's go to the other side. So right fingertips will go down to the earth, the left hand will pull that down, and you'll feel that stretch in the left or the right wrist. And now let's come back to out of that. So give your fingers a little wiggle. And let's go back to our left hand. So we're going to take our right hand and put it right on top of the left. And you're going to push forward out of that left hand, feeling a nice stretch on that outer part of your wrist on the left hand side. So breathe into that stretch. And then let's get that stretch on the other side. So let's take our left hand in front of your right hand. And let's stretch the right part of your wrist there. Deep breaths in and out through your nose. And then we'll come out of that. So now let's just wiggle your wrist around. So give it a little flick there. Maybe go one way, then go the other. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take and do a couple of head and neck stretches. So let's take our right hand on top of your head and let's pull your head to the right. So gently pull your head, and then your left arm is just going to be hanging down to the earth. Or if you have long arms, your arm's probably touching. So just feel that nice stretch in the left side of your neck. And then inhale, let's switch sides. So left hand to the right side of your head, gently pulling down, feeling the stretch in the right side of your neck. Remembering to deeply breathe in and out through your nose. And coming up out of that. All right, so place your hands on your lap, and let's do some head rolls. So let's gently drop your head to the right hand side, and then bring your head forward to the front part of your chest, and then gently over to the left. And then when you go back, be very mindful and careful, and bring it over to the right hand side again. So just continue in that pattern, maybe closing your eyes, always breathing, breathing, breathing. And then let's switch and go the other way. So go around, we're going to be going clockwise at this time. And then once you get back to the front with your head, slowly bring it up to neutral position. So let's come onto our hands and knees to tabletop because we have quite a bit of stuff to get through today. So in tabletop, making sure your wrists are directly above your shoulders, your knees directly above your hips. Let's do some cat and cows just to wake up our spine in a different way. So inhale for your cow, your belly will swoop down to the ground, your tailbone will tilt, and then exhale, you're going to pull your belly up to the sky, and you're going to exhale all the air out. Now inhale for your cow again. And exhale, aim the curve into the upper part of your spine, pelvis tilts down. Inhale again. Exhale for your cat. Inhale one more time. Exhale all the air out in the cat. And come to a neutral position. So from here, we're going to do a spinal balance. To do that, we're going to take our right foot and send it back to the back part of your mat and flex your foot. And then get very steady. Make sure your fingers are spread wide, like starfish. And your left hand is going to come up off the ground. We're going to already start challenging our balance. So bring your left hand out to the front, parallel to the ground. Your right foot is going back, flexed, also parallel to the ground. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. If you're already wobbling and falling, that's okay. We're just waking up. And then exhale, come bring it all back into neutral. So tabletop position. So let's try that on the other side. So left foot pushes back to the back side of your mat, flexing the foot. Right hand goes out. And then you're pulling those limbs away from each other. And breathing. And then exhale, bring that all in. Let's do that one more time. So let's take the right foot up, left hand out. And bring it in. Other side. Left foot back, right arm up. And down. Let's do one more of those. So right foot back, left arm up. Back to tabletop. Inhale, everything pulls out. And then back to tabletop. All right, so from here, let's take our right arm, raise it high to the sky, and we're gonna bring it under, thread it under your left arm, and you're gonna lay your shoulder down on the ground. So you're gonna get a little shoulder stretch. Deeply breathing in this pose. And let's come back up and let's get that on the other side. So your left hand is going to go high to the sky. And then on an exhale, thread it through under your right arm and then let that left shoulder fall to the ground. All right, so come back up out of that and come back to your tabletop. From here, let's go back into child's pose. So for this child's pose, kind of leave your feet where they are. So in tabletop, leave your legs as they are. And let's just sit back onto your bottom. So just sit back for your child's pose just like this. And then from here, we're going to go into a little flow. We're going to flow from child's pose to a kneeling plank. So this is child's pose, and for those of you who may be newer, I'm going to show you what kneeling plank is. So from here, we would come up on our knees, and it's kind of a modified push-up position. So keeping your shoulders over your wrists, your pelvis will tilt forward, but your back won't be sagging. So make sure that you're engaging those abs, because we all could use some of that because summer's coming, right? So in kneeling plank, we're just going to flow through a child's pose kneeling plank sequence. So let's go back to child's pose. Inhale here. And exhale to a kneeling plank. So coming forward, tilting that pelvis, but engaging those abs. Inhale back to a child's pose. And exhale to a kneeling plank position. Inhale back to child's pose. Exhale for your plank. One more time, inhale back to child's pose. And kneeling plank. So let's go back to child's pose. And from here, we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck our toes under our legs, and we're going to push the back sides of our legs up toward the sky. So here's downward facing dog, making sure that your arms are spread wide. You're not sagging in your shoulders, but you're pushing up the ground up and away. So engaging those shoulders. And then you don't have to have your feet come all the way down, maybe your heels are off the floor, that's okay. So from this position, we're going to come forward to a plank. But when we do it, we're going to kind of roll our spine along the way. So if you need to watch me the first time, feel free. So from here, we're going to take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And when you exhale, you're going to curve your spine and slowly fold forward to plank. And then you're going to land in plank. So it's just kind of a little spinal roll to make it to plank. In plank, remembering to engage your core. Remembering to have a flat back so we don't want any sagging. So squeeze those glutes, engage those abs. So we're going to flow through that a few times, just like we did the child's pose. So when we go back, we're going to inhale for our dog. And we're going to exhale back to plank, but roll the spine on the way. So on your toes, coming forward. So inhale back to downward dog. And rolling your spine to plank. Couple more, inhale back to down dog. Roll yourself to your plank. And one more of those. Back to down dog, inhale. And exhale as you roll forward to plank. Good job. So now let's come back to our downward facing dog. And from here, let's step to the front of our mat. So step to the front. And then fold forward. Take a flat back. So inhale, fingertips on your shins. Exhale, forward. Now from here, you can feel free to cross your arms and just allow the back side of your back to release. And as usual, feel free to move whatever way you need to, if it's a little bounce, if it's a sway, or maybe you just stay here today. Whatever feels good. So from here, release the arms, inhale for a flat back, exhale for a forward fold, and let's inhale for an upward salute and come all the way up, standing, hands to prayer position. All right, from here, let's get ready to do some flowing. So I think we warmed up the body enough there. So let's inhale for an upward salute. Exhale, hands to center. One more of those. Inhale, arms will go up. From here, hold, interlace your fingers, stretch those fingers up. Take a big inhale to expand and pull up here. And on the exhale, you're going to twist to the right. And you're going to bend your back to whatever degree feels good. So inhale, come back to center. Let's go to the left side. So inhale, arms will stretch up. Exhale, you'll twist to the left and you'll bend your back just for a little micro bend. Inhale, let's come back to center. And exhale, the arms back to forward fold. Prayer position. Let's inhale, our arms up to the sky. Exhale, come to our forward fold. And from here, if it feels good for you, you can take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and pull out. Now, for some of you, this might be hard to do depending on your shoulder flexibility. I wasn't able to do it after I had my kids. So just, if you need to grab a strap, you can, or if you just want to put your arms back there like that, you can. Just try to open up those shoulders a little bit. One more breath here, in through the nose. And melt on in. And so let's release our hands down. And from here, we're going to go back to our plank. So inhale for a flat back. And exhale, let's come back down to plank. From plank, let's go down through chaturanga, which is like a push-up. So we're going to shave our arms along the sides, coming forward on your toes, and slowly releasing down to the ground. Inhale for a cobra. So coming up and opening the chest, opening the shoulders. And exhale to a downward dog. Pushing up with strength. And finding your downward dog. Inhale here. And exhale, step to the forward of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way to the sky. And exhale to heart center. So we're going to go through that with the flow now. Inhale, your arms will reach up. Interlace your fingers. Exhale, turn to the right. And do a little micro bend in your back. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, other side to the left. Twist and look up. Exhale, forward fold. Falling forward for your forward bend. Inhale for a flat back. And exhale, you can interlace your fingers if you like. And open that chest. Exhale your hands down. Inhale for your flat back. And exhale, let's go back through plank down through your chaturanga, and cobra or up dog, whatever feels good for you this morning. And then back through downward facing dog. Deep breath there. And step to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. And exhale to heart center. Let's go through one more of those. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. And turn to the right. And bend your back. Coming back through center. Inhale, exhale, twist. Looking up to the left. Coming back to neutral position. Fall forward. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step back through your plank. Down for chaturanga with strength. And opening that cobra. And then to your downward facing dog. Inhale here. And lion's breath. Stick that tongue out. Deep breath, inhale here. And let's step to the front of our mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, your arms sweep high to the sky. And exhale to prayer. So let's inhale our arms up to the sky, upward salute. Your right arm is going to grab your left wrist, like we did in the beginning, where you pull your hand very straight. Left arm goes straight to the sky. Right hand can assist, and you're going to bend to the right side. Feeling a nice stretch again in the lats, because we use our abs a lot to balance. All right, so come back up. And let's switch hands. So left hand is going to assist your right and pulling that arm up and exhaling it over. Inhaling there, exhale to heart center. All right, so we're going to go through some sun salutations. So let's inhale our arms, sweep up to the sky. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, step back through your plank pose. Down through cobra. To an upward facing dog. And down dog. Deep breath in here. Exhale to the front of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale for a forward fold. Sweep your arms high to the sky and back to heart center. So let's go through that a few more times. Inhale, your arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Let's step back to plank. Exhaling. Down through your chaturanga. Inhale for a cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping forward to the top of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale to heart center. Let's go through one more of those. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale through the center. Down to our flat back. Forward fold and back to plank. Through your chaturanga. Cobra. Inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping forward to the front of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale for forward fold. Inhale, arms will sweep high in the sky. And exhale to heart center. So let's take a moment here. Close your eyes. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. So with your eyes closed, I want you to think of the word that you called upon in your practice today to set your intention, whatever that word is. So for me today, mine was peaceful. So I want you to go through a few repetitions in your head. And for instance, I'm going to add the word I am in front of mine. So we're going to make an affirmation for today. So mine is going to be I am peaceful. So whatever your word is, make it into an affirmation. If you can put I am in front of it, that's great. If not, just make it into whatever you can make that would be a positive statement for you to say over and over. So with your eyes closed, repeat that phrase to yourself a few times. Slowly let the repetition go. And let's get ready to get in some balancing poses. So from here, let's inhale our arms high to the sky. Exhale, let's go into our forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. And then exhale, let's go back to a downward facing dog. So just step on back to a downward facing dog. So in this position, let's lift our right leg and swing it up to the sky. So we're in a one-legged downward facing dog. From here, let's bend our right leg toward the back side of the space, opening that right hip up and out. So your right side is going to shine open to the right. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose, never forgetting our breath. Okay, let's come back to center and back to your downward facing dog. Let's get that on the other side. So left leg swims high to the sky. Bend your left knee and open the left hip to the left side of your space. Coming back to center, back to your downward facing dog. From here, let's lift our right leg to the sky again. And exhale, bring your right knee forward to the front of your mat slowly. So you'll find yourself in a lunge. Making sure that your feet are not so, your hips are not so close together, that your feet are so close together. So make sure that your right foot is a little bit over to the right so you have some room there. So in your lunge, what we're going to do is we're going to lower our left knee down to the ground. So you'll find yourself in a kneeling crescent pose. That's where we're headed here. So in that position, making sure your knee is comfortable. If you have any knee pain, feel free to stick something to soften it up there. And then come up with your hands on your knee. So coming up, opening your chest, breathing in and out through your nose. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And on an exhale, let's open it up to the right side. So right hand sweeps back to the right, left hand out to the front. So you're twisting to the right side of your space. Let's inhale, sweep your arm up to the sky. And exhale through prayer. And let's put our hands back on the ground. Come back up to our lunge. So left knee will lift off the ground, so you're back in a lunge. And let's step forward to the front of our mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way to the sky. And exhale back through center. Inhale for upward salute. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. So let's step back to downward dog again. In this position, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring it forward and through to the top of your mat. So we're in a lunge on the left-hand side. Lower your right knee to the ground. Coming to a kneeling crescent pose. So our hands are going to go on our left knee. Bring your chest up. Tall spine. Breathing in and out through your nose. And you'll feel a nice stretch here in your hip flexor. Let's inhale our arms up. And exhale over to the left side of the space. So we're going to get that twist on the left. So left hand goes back, right arm goes to the front. Remember to keep your knee above your ankle. Inhale for that openness to the left side. Exhale, your arms will come up and back down to heart center and down to the ground. And from here, let's lift our leg up. And let's step back to plank. And let's go down through a chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale for your little cobra here. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale to step to the front of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we're going to go into tree pose. So, in tree pose, let's start on our left leg today. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to put it wherever on the leg you're comfortable with for balancing. Sometimes it's enough of a balance to have it on your ankle. I'll face you for this one. So sometimes it's enough of a balance to have it on your ankle. Sometimes it feels good to have it on your calf. Some never on your knee, but maybe above your knee or higher. So any of those positions would work fine. Whatever feels good and stable for you today. So find your tree, and then exhale, the branches of your tree will come up. Or if you just don't feel like this is where you need to be, you can always just stay with your hands in Anjali. So here, there, whatever feels good. Maybe you're hanging onto a wall. Maybe you're hanging onto a friend. Maybe you're just hanging on to whatever's to your butt. So just deeply breathing in and out through your nose, concentrating on balancing. It always helps to find your drishti or a point on the floor and get something that you can gaze at that isn't moving. That's always helpful. And then let's exhale, come out of that. Let's go on to the other side, so let's give that a try. So right foot's on the floor, grounding steady into the ground like a tree would be rooted. Lift your left foot to whatever degree you like. And then just settle in. And let's work on some balancing on the right. Remembering to breathe in and out through your nose. Expanding your branches if you want to lift your hands up. If you want to move them around to get some challenge in there, go ahead. If you really want to challenge yourself, close your eyes. And leave mine open. If you wobble and fall, just try to get back up. No big deal. All right, so let's exhale. Let's come back out of that. So standing at the front of your mat. Let's bend. We're going to bend our hips and we're going to come into a chair pose. So you're going to scoot your body back. You're going to act like you're sitting into a chair. Arms will come up to the sky. You're trying to hug them up against your ears. Try not to get too much of a scoop in your back because that might give you a little bit of a backache. So engaging your core just a bit might help. Just sitting down into the chair, feeling a nice fire in your hips. Take a deep breath in here. And from here, let's exhale and let's go onto our belly and just blow the air out really hard. So we're going to inhale here and exhale really hard out. Inhale here, kind of like crashing waves. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale it out. One more time, inhale here. Just exhale, get it all out. Inhale back up the chair. And then come to standing. Whew, that'll work your legs a little bit. Coming back to prayer position. So from here, let's inhale our arms high to the sky. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale back for a plank. Down through a chaturanga. And up to a cobra. Inhale back to your downward facing dog. From here, let's bring our right foot high to the sky. And exhale, bring your right foot forward. So we did crescent on the floor before. We did kneeling crescent. Let's come to a real one, a grown-up one. So, in this position, just rise up. Arms high to the sky. Making sure your knee is tracking over your ankle. And that you're not twisting to the left, but your body is forward. So you feel a nice stretch in the left part of your hip. So hands high to the sky. This is our crescent pose. From here, let's exhale our arms out. Kind of like a W, like you're pulling down on your shoulders, pulling down and making a muscle, squeezing the backs of your arms, the backs of your shoulders, I mean. Inhale there, exhale. And let's inhale our arms high to the sky, exhale our arms to the ground. And from here, we're going to make our left foot go flat on the floor, almost at a 45-degree angle. Line your two heels up, and we're going to straighten your right leg. We're going to come into a triangle position. So right hand will be on your right leg, left arm will fly high to the sky to find your triangle position. Both legs are straight. And instead of sinking into that right arm, make sure that you're lifting up and out. Feel free to use a block if you need to on either side of your legs. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. From here, inhale, open your chest a little bit to the left. Exhale, your left hand will go out to the front of the space for extended triangle pose. Breathing into the left side of your body. Inhale your arm back up. And now let's go into a pyramid. So we're going to bring our body forward so our chest will face forward. Our toes will come in just a bit, about 6 inches or so. And angle them toward the top of the mat a little bit more than triangle. So both legs are still straight. And this is our pyramid. So inhale your chest out. And exhale, if you want to stay here, that's fine. Others that want more can come down and fold forward over your leg for our pyramid pose. Inhale, and let's do this. Let's put our left hand on the floor, and let's inhale here. And let's exhale our right arm up, up, up to the right side of the space. So we're twisting and balancing. Maybe we're falling, maybe we're not. Everything is squeezing. Exhale that down. From here, we're going to come into a half moon, which is challenging, but just do the best you can. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to place it about a foot in front of our right foot. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift our left leg to the height of the sky, parallel to the ground. Right leg is going to be straight with a little micro bend in it so you don't lock your knee. And then you're going to be balancing on your right foot, opening to the left side of the space. Left arm goes high to the sky if that feels comfortable. Kind of like you're leaning your backside against a wall. And try not to fall, but maybe we do. Squeezing the left foot out and engaging that leg with the flex. So I'm going to take my right foot to the back side of my space. So feet are parallel with each other. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, act like you're pushing energy down. And then back up, inhale. And exhale, push that energy down. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale the energy down. One more of those, inhale up. Exhale the energy down. This time, sweep your arms out to the side. So from here, let's take our right arm up to the sky, left hand on your left leg. Inhale your right arm up to the sky and exhale over and just inch that left hand down your leg. Little lat stretch on this side. Coming back up to center, left hand reaches and meets the right. Inhale here, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale and exhale over, over, over. Extending up and out through the left arm. And inhale, hands back up and down to our center. From here, let's step to the front of our mat. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Exhale for a forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale back to a plank. Nice and strong. Down through your chaturanga. Shading your arms along your ribs. Up to a cobra. Inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg will sweep up to the sky. And exhale, we're going to bring our right leg forward and into a pigeon pose. So your right leg's going to come to the front of your mat. Your left leg will fall back down to the ground. In this pose, you're going to be taking your right knee down. Left leg is going to go over, but it can come if you need to ease any tension in this knee. You can always pull the left or your right foot down and in. I'm going to try to leave mine open just a little bit more today. So in this position, your hips are square with the mat. Back knee is flat on the ground. Inhale your chest up and out here. And exhale, let's fold forward to your degree. Inhaling any tension out of the right side of your body. Making sure you're not holding anywhere in this position. A lot of times I hold in my left glute for this position. Don't know why, just do. So breathing into anywhere you feel tension and releasing that. So from here, let's come up to your hands, flat on the ground. We're going to come back to our downward facing dog. So we're going to put your left toes under, and we're going to pull our right foot back high to the sky. So we're in a one-legged downward facing dog. And then exhale, bring back, so you're in a downward facing dog, both feet on the ground. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. And exhale now the other side. So left leg's going to come through, fall on the ground for pigeon pose on the other side. So left knee down. Right knee flat, hips square to the mat. Inhale here, expand your chest. Exhale, fall forward to your degree of comfort. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. Maybe meditating on whatever your word is for the day, whatever your mantra is. deep breaths in and out through your nose here. So come up out of that, hands flat to the mat. We're gonna go back to our one-legged downward facing dog again. So tuck your right toes under, left leg's gonna soar to the sky, straight back, and exhale down to a downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale. So from here, let's inhale to a plank, exhale through chaturanga, inhale for a little cobra, and from here, release down to the ground, so everything will come down. So from here, let's take our hands to the back. So arms are extending back, legs are extending back. We're gonna inhale everything up off the ground. So arms, legs, chest, everything will rise for our locust pose. And exhale back down. Inhale one more time. Everything comes up off the mat and squeeze the backside. Exhale that down. So from here, we're going to do something called sacred rolling. So pretty much, you can have your hands out in front of you whenever you want, but we're going to pretty much roll around on the ground. So I know dogs do this a lot, but now we'll do it. So you're just going to roll to the right side, let your body open up and fall in whatever way feels good. And then we'll roll back through center and just roll to the left. Everything just falling wherever it does. So whatever feels good. So just roll back and forth a few times. Rolling left and right, breathing. Slow movements. One more side here. And coming back to the center. So from here, I think it's time to start winding down, even though I have so much more planned. You guys got out of ab work today, you're lucky. So from here, let's push yourself up to a downward facing dog. And let's walk ourselves to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hands down. So we're going to come into a yoga squat. So let's take our right foot out to the right hand side of the mat, left foot, left side. And so angle your feet at a 45-degree angle. Inhale your arms up to the sky. And exhale down into the squat. So exhaling down, hips sink down. Arms can help you open those knees out. Get a nice hip stretch here. And from here, let's go ahead and just come right back onto our seat so we can just sit down into the pose here. So from here, let's come back to a shoulder stand. We're going to lay back on our mat. It might be a little difficult for some, but we're going to take our feet up, and actually we're going to go into a plow pose. So if you can roll your feet up and over your head, great. Wiggle on in there, or get as far as you can. Get a nice stretch in the back. From here, let's take our hands to the lower part of our mat. We're going to come up to our shoulder stand. So legs will soar high to the sky. As straight as you can get yourself. Deeply breathing in and out through your nose. And from here, back to your plow pose. And we're going to release our hands down the sides of our mat, kind of going to act like brakes to help us get out of here. So gently roll yourself out of plow pose. your back comes onto the floor, you can just release your legs. So from here, we're gonna stay on the ground. Let's open our legs up, whatever's comfortable. You can go like this and put your knees together. You can open your legs up into a butterfly pose. Whatever's comfortable for you. So I'm gonna have my knees together. Let's place your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart. And we're gonna go through some pranayama to end our practice today. So we're gonna do 4-count pranayama, which is just, pranayama is just breathing. So we're gonna do a breathing exercise. So making yourself comfortable, making sure your spine is on the ground. Let's just close our eyes. So we're going to inhale to the count of 4. We're going to hold 4, exhale for 4, and hold 4 again, just so you know what's coming. So deeply inhale through your nose on the count of inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Inhale deep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let your breath just normalize and come back to normal breathing. So just take a few moments there to come back. If you have time today, feel free to stay in Shavasana, laying there as long as you like.